Welcome to another Shittywebcomics Weekly. Hello and fuck cape shit. Brought to you by our Subscribe Star backers. Donate to our Subscribe Star to get access to the hidden truths that nobody else wants you to know. That people are literally willing to break the law in order to child abuse. A lot of child abusers and cuckolds out there are willing to break the law to prevent you from being able to hear the truth. So if you want to know the truth, you better donate to our Subscribe Star. That is the only way. If you don't want to know the truth, don't donate to our Subscribe Star. I mean, it's how often is it that you're given such a clear binary moral choice? Pretty much never, but that is the biggest and most important one of all. Continuing, or really, we're going to be wrapping up with the Mom Life comics and really the reactions and ripping and perhaps even raping. The ripping and tearing as well, though. But we were just pointing out before this, before I even hit record, is that she probably wants those peaches. She wants that last ripe peach for herself. But then she's like, "But now I won't have it,"
I
and then
gave it
she
to the
wants to act
kids.
like a fucking hero for
Her
not eating
kid, her
it.
kids hate peaches.
Yeah,
She's like, our kids love peaches, so I gave it to them. She just ate it for herself.
yeah, and fucking, she just doesn't. She won't even admit it. She'll just be,
She also knows that he loves peach smoothies because he needs them since he works for a living and
he
she
actually
doesn't.
he actually does the work. She sits around with all her gay shit.
She earns nothing. She creates nothing.
The only thing
She
she,
created the kids. She created the kids. She's also going to act like she did it herself, which she didn't.
which is why your J word, K word subverted cuck-servative out there, your traditionalist, who is inherently a cuckold. All traditionalists are inherently cuckolds, whether they want to be or not. They always have been and always will be. But that's why they fucking enable the woman broad to just be lazy because they're like, she's the one, venerate the housewife, she's the one who makes the kids, we need to circumcise
Yeah, happy wife,
ourselves.
happy life.
Yeah.
Also, it's just like we need to save the white race. It's like, how
But
are we going to do
we
that?
need to
We're
save the
going to
white
have as
race.
many kids with as many dirtbag piece of shit women as possible.
As
It's like that
many
doesn't
of
sound like it's
these
going to help.
as many of these horrible, out of control, entitled mom life type moms. And that is the thing about them, and about the guys who enable them, is that they pretend that they're traditionalists, but then they're like, we need, and don't forget, circumcision is a tradition. That's one of the trad
That's
things.
the
That's a
fucking,
trad
it's
life
the
thing,
biggest tradition of all.
is
And all
mutilating your
trad,
children's dicks because women expect it. Hey, women just expect it now, so you have to do it.
you don't want to say no to your wife. After all, she might destroy your entire fucking future, your family, your fucking life, and you'll end up homeless. You wouldn't want that, so you better do everything she says.
We've never supported anyone who espouses that kind of thing, by the way. Anyone
No,
who fucking even remotely comes close to that, we have never had any support for them in any way. We've never supported them because they are bad people and we are morally superior, objectively and quantifiably, which means you can measure it in a sterile clinical environment, which is for sure good. That's pretty cool, I guess. Um, but anyways, leaving the house with the kids, I bring snacks, extra clothes, kids' coats, blah, blah, bullshit. Well, again, she thinks she deserves credit for this. And then my husband brings, and it's JC Denton saying, I never know when I come up against heavy armor. Give me the Gap gun. Which is clearly the correct choice by the husband.
so very superior,
Just give me a
superior
pistol and
in
an
every
electric ep gun.
way. Not just any gun, but the
The
electric.
electric. Bitch, I used the Gep gun takedown. No big deal. Anyways, here's a fucking man who just wants a peach and tarred wife, and he has the wife on a fucking leash where she clearly belongs. Um, Here's Manlet Thorin posting, I can ask no more than that, and leaving the house with the kids, I bring snacks, extra clothes, kids, and then Thorin brings loyalty, honor, and a willing heart. That was pretty cool. I guess that's pretty cool. Here's somebody else, somebody else had to, it might as well be me, by Tilo. Saying one of the difference, it's the Peach comic where she's like, you're the last ripe peach, and then him is the peach. I turned myself into a ripe peach, Morty. That's a great impression of Rick Sanchez, the most genius scientist. I actually finally watched the last episode of season 3 of Rick and Morty. I think I'm thinking of watching the other 2 seasons. I didn't even know there were 2 seasons.
I might have, but I don't remember it at all.
No, the other 2 seasons I didn't even know. I didn't know there was a season 5 of Rick and Morty, and I'm like, oh boy.
No.
And I'm thinking of watching them, not because I want to, but because I was thinking of doing it for like some kind of fucking bonus segment video that I was thinking of doing. But here, somebody named Michelle saying, it's like a poem, like some kind of E. Cummings poem. Well, not really, but still, I have eaten the peaches that were on the table and which you were probably saving for the kids. Forgive me, they were delicious, so sweet and so cold in my smoothie. Oh no, not in the smoothie, but here's this guy, Venom Ratch, whatever, saying this man doesn't have a wedding ring, he has a suffer ring, and it's just a bunch of the Mom Life comments. Dad saying it's like not a bunch, it's actually one that's like 3 pages, but this one's very important though, because this gives the extra context of what kind of life the dad has. But here's the comic with the dad saying it's like I need a full day off just to recover from yesterday, and the mom saying don't say it, and she's wearing Tired Mom's Social Club official member t-shirt. And then next is her saying, well, yeah, I do that almost every day by myself, and I agree, it's really hard. That's why I'm always trying to tell you, I mean, and then just her in all caps. Why do you think I have a comic account focused solely on how exhausting and hard this is? Almost 200,000 followers and feel the same. And first of all,
it's like so many fallacies compiled into a single image.
The bandwagon one. This is the thing is that leftists have always done this too, where it's like I have over 200,000 followers. Leftists. Yeah, it's like I have this many followers, therefore I'm right. This way, there's something to what I'm saying. I wouldn't be popular at all if I wasn't telling the truth, which is one of the ultimate fallacies. Going back to the Bible, the only people who hold to this biblical teaching is me and my brother. Everyone else, not really. And I have no qualms about saying that because there are thousands of examples we can point to of how we've held to this and other people just don't. In fact, there are many, many other people, both on the left and the right, who completely bandwagon like this and openly say, I have this many supporters, this many followers, therefore I have to be right.
That's exactly what we were talking about with fucking Razor Bitch.
Yeah, but all of Comicsgate, everyone who supports Comicsgate, all of them make this exact same argument. I have almost 200,000 followers. They all feel the same way. And it's like, how many people, though, hate follow you or watch you just to see the next stupid thing you're going to say?
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you have 6 billion followers. You're still wrong.
6 reptilian followers.
6.66 billion followers.
Who would have thought? What do those things have in common? 6.66 billion. That's an interesting number. Very interesting. Is it cause for thought? Cause for noticing? I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, yes. In 6.66 billion people's opinion, though, no. Which, I mean, hey, 6.66 billion people, that's more than just me. So does that mean I'm wrong because I'm just the one versus the just over 6 billion? It's not that over, kind of close to 7 billion, but not quite. But yeah, that is how the vast majority of the human race, subverted by the Antichrist, that all of them are and always have been and probably always will be, That is how they make their judgment calls, is what do the other 6.66 billion of them think? Even if it's wrong, do they care if it's wrong or not? And the answer is no. They only care that other people think the same thing. And that applies to every type of thought. Is that to everyone else, if everyone thinks something that is objectively incorrect and immoral, they will keep doing it regardless. And they do. We watch people do it all the time. That's what these videos really always have been about. All of our videos, including many Subscribe Star videos that are quite wonderful and enjoyable and entertaining, though. But anyways, so this broad, Mom Life does this comic, and then her blog post reminds me of fucking the delightful good old days of Penny Arcade, where you would get a comic, and then you would get like 20 paragraphs of the fucking Pig Like or Bald talking about some stupid shit where they're fucking like, fuck you for not buying Braid, and fuck you for not paying 15 whole full dollars for Braid because it's a fancy, pretty looking game with painterly graphics, you piece of shit. But the Mom Life explains, before I go any further into my experience with this frustrating subject, I should say this post is not a critique of Ben at all. Ben is an amazing father and husband. He carries quite a mental load on himself and does a lot around our house. He cooks all of our dinners. He does almost all of our grocery shopping. He pays all of our bills and maintains our yard. He does his own laundry. 3 nights per week he comes home from work and immediately handles all evening Charlie May duties while I head out to teach yoga. So this dumb bitch does nothing. The man not only does everything, he does shit that's clearly she's supposed to be doing and she's not.
She is not pulling in any money to help pay for all the shit she's buying.
Why doesn't this lazy rape deserver fucking at least mow the lawn herself? At least do some of the lawn mowing. Push a fucking... I don't even consider you a real human being unless you've pushed a mower at least once. And really, to be honest, if you don't do it fucking at least once a year or something like that, or if it's not
even then, I would say you have to do a little more than that. You have to have worked in some kind of service industry job. You have to fucking stuff like that.
This abject ankle doesn't even fucking do. And here's the thing. I can say, okay, she doesn't have to mow the lawn if she does at least any of the other things. If she doesn't do the grocery shopping, if she doesn't cook the dinners, if she doesn't pay the bills or do some of the laundry, or any of the laundry, she should do all of the laundry. She should do all of the shit. She absolutely needs to. And the fact is, she doesn't. And she wants credit for how my life is. These women are bending at the waist, putting DVDs into DVD players. That's the thing. Also, is that that was one of the big wonderful things. Is when Bill Burr finally came out and said what we had been saying before him years before he did. That was cool. That was good. And it made other people realize that we were right without realizing it was us who had been right and been saying it all along. Here's the trolley problem, where the trolley, though, is a peach, and the fucking person on the handle is the wife, and then on the tracks is the husband, and then on the other tracks is the kids. It's like, oh no, but which one has to die? I guess we'll never figure it out.
Which one am I going to roll a giant peach over and kill?
And kill them. Here's Nopefulv or Nopewumv on Twitter, doing Mom's Life mem, saying one of the many differences between me and my crab friend is like, oh look, a carrot, I'm going to give it to a bunny, and the other is carrot equals Kakarot equals
friend,
Goku.
The crab. The crab has a different viewpoint.
The carrot also is there. The carrot is a friend.
Friendly, happy carrot.
It's a happy.
But it reminds him of Guko.
You remember the shittiest hero who lost all his fights and only won any fight because of plot armor? I remember him. Here's another version.
Technically never won any fights ever.
It's like a fucking just a heart, basically, but a peach. I'm going to put it in a pizza. And then our man ponders the peach on the table, not remembering when or why it is there, but he might have to eat it soon, before it rots. Well, he certainly should. It's on the table. I mean, hey, it's not in the fridge. You better fucking either put it in the fridge or fucking you better eat it. Better go and eat it. Here is 36-year-old man with Picrew avatar at Anime Serbia saying, been seeing a lot of these comics by that lady who hates her husband, decided to throw my hat in the ring. And it's the dish is piled up and he's holding a sponge and he says, look, I am holding a SpongeBob in my hand. And the wife is thinking, I love SpongeBob. Let's see, here's a Windows 98 Tech Support says, the official account for Windows 98 Tech Support, saying it's fucking awesome that was immediately discovered that the mom life writer's husband cooks every meal, cleans all the time, and works 2 jobs so much he collapsed and went to the ER, while she makes comics bad-mouthing him and yoga. Great, good job, +1 for women. And then
if you didn't hate women already, what's wrong with you?
First of all, yeah, why didn't you? What's wrong? You're incorrect for not doing that. If you didn't hate women so much, it's Unreal Tournament 2004 even, then you are wrong. You are wrong, Leonidas. You are wrong. Anyways, so here's the last one by Edgy, and it's fucking the Invincible meme with the wife laying against a giant pile of peaches and the husband pointing to his own head. One thing I didn't like about that scene and about Incredible, Invincible, great, more like Vincible, but anyways, is the way that modern American animation like sort of over exaggerates expression, or not expressions, but like people's body movements and body language for things like this. But that's kind of a minor problem. The overall show I thought was decent. The overall show still wasn't that great. The good parts of it though were the fact that it was high concept of the main character Superman is a villain, which again, there's like the boys did that, I think, around the same time. It's from that early 2000s era. None of this is even remotely related, but that early 2000s era of we're tired of superheroes, which now has sort of gone back the other way, and in a way allowing the left to sort of own superheroes being the bad guys, when really what's wrong with saying that superheroes are SJWs and therefore the bad guys? What about that? And people would just go, no, you know, whatever. I don't care. Other people's rationalizations and copes for why they can't comprehend something, as Ricky Roma said,
really because they've subverted the
yes,
superheroes.
they've been they themselves have been very thoroughly subverted. But as Ricky Roma said, your excuses are your own. But anyways, but yeah, here's the drawing, the meme drawing, and it says, "How did you expect to bully your partner online?" Or how did you expect to bully your partner online and have people react? Think, Mon Life, think. And then that kind of wraps it up. Good show as usual. A nice little coverage. Now here's the thing: is that if you're watching these, this is probably fucking months later after the meme died. These went up on our Subscribe Star, almost not immediately, but you know, within the same month that the meme was going on. So if you really want to keep up with the new stuff, the stuff while it's fresh, much like a ripe peach, you have to donate to our Subscribe Star. There's just no other way. I'm sorry. I wish there was some other way, but there isn't. So go give us money, become an official Shitty Webcomics pay-per-pig, and make sure to like, share, unshare, reshare, and should have listened to Shitty Webcomics.